What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of RedZone RoundUp, hosted by yours truly, Bryce Fry, my buddy Isaiah Santos, brought to you by Mental Dimes Network. Shout out the boys at the Mental Dimes Network, supporting us each and every week. Like we tell y'all, go follow them, go give them a like, subscribe, laugh, love, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. Got all your good sports content each and every week. We're ramping up with new sports. Basketball, got, college and NBA going. Go check out their content. But anyways,
Uh,
here to bring you week 10 recap and a little insight into week 11. Me and your boy Isaiah about to get into it. You ready, Isaiah?
Always, man. Stay ready.
All right, let's get to it. We got 4 quarters of action, 7 minutes each. Let's get after it. All right, everybody, let's get this thing kicked off. Quarter one action. We got a little recap on the week 10 action this past weekend and updated divisional standings. It was a pretty crazy week, Isaiah. Started off slow. First 2 games of the week were pretty slow.
Tell me
Your
about
team was
it.
one of them,
Yeah,
but
yep.
we had a lot of field goal winning game winning action. It
Oh
was
yeah.
pretty
Couple,
intense
yeah, a
coming down to
couple
the
of
wire.
sly games coming in, man. Yeah, Kyler
Yeah, what you?
Murray came in.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Kyler Murray
first
back in
game
action.
back.
Mm-hmm.
He looked about as good as you're gonna look coming back first game off of ACL tear. I mean, there was a play on like 3rd and 10 where he scrambled for that first
Yeah,
down of like a
looked
very
good.
pivotal play. Yeah, got him down the field goal range. It was Kyler Murray might
Yeah,
be back and off to a fast start for them, man. They won the game.
yeah. No,
That's
I
win number
agree.
2 for them. So things are looking up for the Arizona Cardinals, man. I like it.
Yeah, no, that was a good game for him. I mean, yeah, obviously, as good as a game as you could have off of ACL tear, like you said, but
Yeah,
that scramble was actually a super pivotal play for sure.
yeah,
That he actually had a couple big scrambles that were super important for him,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then they were one of the teams that ended up getting a last minute field goal to win, which was insane because I felt like it was like bing, 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 like so many different field goal winning games that
Yeah. There was a
kind of were
couple of them, man. And
back to back.
one of them, is the H. Shout out to the
Yeah,
boys down in Houston, man.
yeah,
Surprised the whole world. Beat the Bengals. CJ
man, they
Stroud.
did, and I thought the Bengals were gonna take that in the last bit of
Yeah.
that game. I thought it was gonna go the Bengals' way. I thought it was gonna slide their way. So
Oh yeah, man.
that was pretty surprising. But
Yeah,
so this
for sure.
results up there. So yeah, as you see, first game of the weekend, you had the
Oof.
Panthers traveling to Chicago. That was a doozy of a game. Definitely didn't expect anything more. Uh, Bears won 16-13, and that kind of describes it. Pretty boring game, pretty slow game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
So,
very tough to watch. Very tough.
and
Very
then
slow.
you start Sunday morning. You got the Indianapolis Colts still in Germany playing your New England Patriots, and that was a whopping 10-6. That was
On the bright
an
side,
exciting game.
On the bright side of it, though, Bailey Zappi could be making a start. I think that was like his second, third time coming in the fourth quarter for Mac Jones this season. So, I mean, like, and I think enough is
Yeah,
enough. Mac Jones was terrible. There was a play where we had Gasecki open in the end zone. I don't know, man. He was leaning back and threw the ball. Thought he was playing NFL Street or something,
yeah.
and just threw a pick, man, right in the red zone. So, I mean, I
All
think it's
right, I'm
time
a
out with Mac.
okay. That's what I was about to ask. As a
Yeah, it's
Patriots fan,
time.
is
It's
that
time, man.
are you team Zappy?
I'm team anybody who's going to get the job done, man. I mean, it's
Feel
time to
that.
move on. This guy hasn't done it. He hasn't proved himself. Enough is enough.
No, I
And
agree. I respect that.
speaking of enough being enough, I think the Buffalo Bills had the same to say about their offensive
Yeah,
coordinator.
we did. I agree with the enough is enough, and apparently the Bills organization did as well. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I was team fire Ken Dorsey. Do I think that was all the Bills' problems? Absolutely not. But I mean, enough is enough. You got to make moves when they're needed, and I think that was one of many moves that will be to come. And I have my own personal thoughts of how the rest of the year will go, depending on how the rest of the season goes. Say we made playoffs and everything, oh, rainbows and dandelions, whatever, then maybe not. But I think if we don't make playoffs, I think our head coach is the next one. I think our head coach
Yeah.
is the next one going. Needs to
Yeah,
be at
that's
least. I mean, our offensive.
terrible.
I mean, I assume you watched that terrible game. We have one of the worst, slowest offenses to start the game of the year.
The first
But
was the first play of the game a turnover.
yeah,
Just
fumble.
ripped it right. Yeah.
James Cook let it. And then he got put in the doghouse. He got sat in timeout for like a whole rest of the first quarter. But my thing is Ken Dorsey gets fired, right? But Bills fans been preaching that for weeks. We need it. We need it. Fire Ken Dorsey. Blah blah blah. Well, McDermott is our defensive coach, our defensive
Uh-oh.
guru. And how did we lose that game? They had a game losing field goal. They missed the field goal. But what happened? 12 men on the field. Is that Ken Dorsey's fault? I am not going to say that what we did was wrong. I do agree with moving on and, finding that next spark in a new OC. But Sean McDermott's got his own defensive and coaching problems. So
I think Bryce already fired him, man. He's already looking for the next head coach, man. That's
No,
what it sounds like to me.
No, I've definitely reached my point with all them.
Enough is enough. Yeah, man.
I've definitely reached my point with those fools. But let's move over to some updated divisional standings. Do you have anything that catches your eye?
Ooh-wee, man. I'm liking that AFC South. That's
Yeah.
I feel like they were tied at the beginning of the year. They kept it close, and then Jaguars just lost the game off a 5-game win streak. So, Texans could make a pull, man. They can come up there and they could win it potentially, maybe.
I agree.
But man, the Ravens slipping up to the Browns this weekend. That was a terrible play for them. I think it was like 16 unanswered points. So, I mean, they kept it close in the division now. So,
yeah.
Things are getting tight in a lot of these, man. A lot of divisions are looking tight.
Yeah. And like I've said, week after week after week, that AFC North, it's not getting any less, complicated. Yeah. They got a tight division all the way around. You still got the Ravens leading it with a 7-3 record. But, I mean, you got Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and the Bengals right there on their tail. And like you just said, you had the Browns, catch that dub this week. So, I mean,
last-minute field goal.
Yeah, last-minute field goal. But, hey, man, a win is a win is a win is a win. And that's a divisional game that was much needed for them. I think that was that their second divisional matchup?
Yeah, that was
Ravens Browns of the year.
Yeah, yep, and they split the series 1-1.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a tight division all year, I think, and and as it gets closer to playoffs, that's gonna be interesting. So that's why it's gonna be harder for my Buffalo Bills, assuming these Dolphins, take the 1 spot. It's gonna be tougher for us to make playoffs, man. No way, no
at all.
On the other side, you got the Eagles still 8-1, just leading the whole league right now. I wouldn't say anybody is a juggernaut right now, but I would say that the Eagles are the team to beat. That's me personally. I don't know how you feel.
I mean, they've definitely proven themselves.
To me, there's really not another team though that is just like as dominant. I mean, that every week you can expect to win. I mean, you get the 49ers who've been slipping, who, now got 3 losses and are tied for the 1 spot with the Seahawks, and then you got the Lions who are good, but they're not great. So
they'll find a way to keep it in the ball game with you, those Lions, man.
Yeah, no, they'll give you a fight the whole rest of the way, but they definitely aren't a juggernaut. So Ravens just lost.
Chiefs are the next one, and then we'll see. Yeah. We'll see that matchup this week. So, I mean, we're getting what everyone's wishing for right here.
Yeah, no, I agree. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be your Q1 recap from Week 10 results and your updated divisional standings. So we'll catch you in Q2 here in just a second. Okay, everybody, let's get into Q2. We got a little fantasy football focus for
Mm.
you. And keys to success with your boy Isaiah. He's got all the gems for you. Everything you need to hear right here.
Slightly.
Got to get into it. We got offensive leaders. You got your QB leaders. You got your running back leaders. And we got a little bit of wide receiver leading. So
Hey.
what you got? What you got keys to success for the people, man? What do the people need to know? Which actually, before I let you get into that, Isaiah is leading our fantasy football league, but who's number 2?
Yeah, I was
Who's number
about
2?
to say we're focusing on me right now, but young Bryce right here, my friend Bryce Fry one, he's making a little push to the top of the leaderboard. So I think we all should be asking him, hey man, what's the keys and what's going on? What moves should I be making? And I don't know, man.
Eesh.
He
I
started
think it's a
off a
little
little
luck.
shaky. He
It
started
did.
off
It
a little
started off real
shaky.
shaky. I think I got a little luck. You've been the more consistent one though. Me, I've just
Yeah,
been kind of rocking with the waves, seeing what the heck's going on.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
hoping my guys come back for me, and they've been blessing me.
Yeah, I
So,
saw
what's
like
your
a
keys to
four
success
game.
for the people out here? What you got going into this week? What you been seeing? What
It's
you been noticing?
it's a good week for some players. Players returning back from the IR, aka Devin A. Chain. He'll be back, so it's going to be a good fantasy run for some people. Hopefully, he'll lead them to a nice little run in the playoffs. Because Lord knows I got him in another league, and we need them big time. So man, it's just some players coming back. Some not just yet, but Kyron Williams is on the way back. I know running backs are kind of scarce every year in the fantasy football position, but it's they're on their way. Help is on the way, so
Coming back.
just be prepared for that, man. I think it's a little too late in the season because with the playoffs coming up to make trades, so I think you kind of gotta roll with your roster and then just make the best moves you can, man. Don't leave anybody on the bench who will put up 30 points like I did. Left TJ Hawkinson on the bench, put up 30. They say he's gonna be hurt all game, and then he gets tackled. He's getting up like a old
Hey,
man.
that
But somehow,
GTD baby.
hey
Game
man,
time decision.
he came through for him. 11 catches, like 100-something yards. Yeah. So
Hey,
I
he's
mean,
got that boy Dobbs throwing to him now. So he's
yeah,
got a little juice.
that's another little quarterback that could be on the little fantasy rise, man. It's
Yeah, for
all about
sure.
those. I know
That I
a lot
know
of bye weeks
nobody's
coming
got on
up.
their roster.
Who? Dobbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was definitely
Maybe
benched a
somebody does
lot.
in ours. I wouldn't assume.
No, he has him, but he didn't start him, man. Still not
Uh,
trustworthy. I think you
gotcha.
played against him too. I'm
Did
pretty
I?
sure.
So he's
Yeah,
on the bench. That's why I didn't notice.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
You
but
know,
yeah,
one thing
man.
I noticed about this offensive leader list, uh, 4 quarterbacks in this total offensive leaders. Obviously, your boy Josh Allen, number 1. Not number 1
Barely.
in the record books, but
Yeah, fantasy
they're in
wise,
the
too many
divisional.
interceptions.
Yeah,
Too many
no, for sure.
interceptions.
But I am surprised that Justin Herbert cracked this top 10 list. Actually,
I know, right? 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's pretty dang good. But
no, that's
he's
solid.
making a push back, man. I mean, for as much as they throw the ball, you'd think that he would have been up here in the leaderboards, but it's just
Yeah,
not scoring enough touchdowns for him.
right.
But
Not, I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
he's
not
coming
winning at
back.
the end of the day. So
Yeah,
it's just kind of it's weird.
yeah,
I don't know. I
yeah,
just didn't expect him. And then obviously AJ Brown, him and Keenan Allen, him and his number 1 receiver are in there
yeah,
actually. So that's pretty
yeah.
solid.
I know a lot of fantasy managers are happy if they got both of them paired up together. But man,
Yeah,
hey,
for
let's
sure.
talk about. I know we don't like to talk about them, but let's talk about them. Like the Dallas Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb. I mean, sheesh. The dude
He's
is just putting up absurd numbers, man. He's just
he's
making
a
everybody
beast.
look like the B team cornerbacks.
No, yeah.
It's good
You
for the
know,
Cowboys.
it is. It is good for the Cowboys. One thing I'll be honest and have to admit is Dak Prescott has been playing a good season. He's been having a good season. He's been hearing the hate. He's
Yeah.
been, he's been doing what he can
Trey
to shut
Lance.
them haters up. He's been doing it. So, yeah, he's got that comp behind him now. He knows he's got to step up a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
now let's take it over to the top QBs. As you can see, it doesn't really change much from what you saw earlier. You got Josh, Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
Justin Lamar. But then we got Sam Howell, Dak Prescott, CJ Stroud, H-Town boy. Josh Dobbs,
Mm-hmm.
Pat Mahomes, and Tua. So that top 10's
Tua.
pretty I mean, that's a pretty solid top 10. You could have guessed that. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
you could have guessed most of these top other than CJ Stroud and Sam Howell, definitely wouldn't have
I
had,
thought Tua and Patrick Mahomes, usually they're the top. Well, Patrick Mahomes at least is usually the top quarterback, man. He's usually in like the top 3, top 2.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a
well,
little off year for him.
well,
Too much Taylor
also
Swift.
right, I agree. But also another thing you just mentioned, or the two teams you just mentioned are just coming off a bye week, and this is
Yeah.
updated through this past week. So they
Yeah.
also have a game less than most of these guys. So take that into effect. Into effect. That is a factor. I feel like they might be a
CJ
little higher
though,
up.
man. CJ Stroud. I'd love to see that, man. The rookie
I
quarterback.
like that. I hope he keeps balling the rest of the year. I'm proud of him. He's good. I mean, he's solid. He's bringing his boy Tank Dell up there too. I was always a Tank Dell guy coming out.
Yeah, your boy Devin Singletary,
Yeah,
ex
Devin
Bills.
Singletary.
He
Hey,
just came
what does
off
that go to
150
show?
yards, man.
But what does
Don't
that
trade your
show? Did
players.
we just not have the system or what? Like this man is looking good.
I mean, yeah, this is his first game. He had 30 carries. I mean, this is his first game with like over 10,
he did get that
carries.
rock fed to him.
It was just him, yeah.
Yeah.
But look at those running backs, man.
No.
With Christian McCaffrey is just a different breed. I mean, look at the fantasy point separation. 220 points, and the next closest thing is 170. I mean, that speaks for itself. Like,
God,
dude,
that is
year
insane.
after year, he just does what he has to do. Is catches the
Literally
ball, runs the ball. I mean,
a
man,
50-point lead. How crazy is that?
Right? I mean, sheesh.
And then, I mean, you got a pretty good separation after Travis Etienne from Josh Jacobs. I mean, it kind of tailors down pretty hard after those boys.
That's what I'm saying, man. Running it scares very hard.
The running game has been crazy this year. It hadn't been amazing. That's for sure.
No, it's just it's only a solid few that are doing it. Like usually Derrick Henry would be up there running through everybody, but it's just one of those struggling years for the guy. I mean, I don't know if it's the offensive line thing or if it's just his coming off that injury.
It's a quarterback thing too. I mean, they're going through the whole quarterback change too with the whole.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Will Levis? Is it going to be Malik Willis?
Load the box up and blitz.
Right. Right. Because I mean, Will Levis is obviously, brand spanking new. So they know he's not going to be gunslinging that thing. He can sling the ball. He's got a pretty good arm, but they know he's not going to. They're going to load up the box and they're going to stop Derrick Henry, one, and then they're going to make Will Levis throw the ball. So, I mean, when you're forcing a rookie to come throw the ball, it's obviously not going to be good for your football team. So, I don't know. But now let's look at the last. The Texans. Yeah, no doubt. But let's look at that last list of wide receivers. What do you notice on this list?
Mr. Tyreek Hill, man. I mean, also Puka, man. Return of Cooper Kupp, he's fallen off. Not the same production he's getting. Honestly, the whole Rams team is not getting the same production the last couple games. They've all struggled usually. Usually you'd see Devontae Adams or Cooper Kupp in this lineup, but man, it's been an off year for the both of them so far. Well, not necessarily Cooper Kupp, more so Devontae Adams. Like that's one of the names I'm used to seeing on a top 10 list. It's just quarterback play up in Vegas is a little. They're working on it. They're working on some things in Vegas, but
they definitely are. They got I do like their coach though. I like that. He's gotten them 2 wins now. They're 2-0 under him. So I think I think he's establishing himself as becoming that potential full-time head coach. So I hope so at least. One receiver that I can see keep stacking up this list is St. Brown. He had a really good game. He balled out this weekend. I can see them continuing to collect wins and get him the ball if Jared Goff can stay in the zone he's in.
Yeah, it's crazy how much of a factor he is to that team, man. He's
good
since he's gotten in the league. Was that 3 years ago? I mean, fantasy football players have loved him every moment of it, except for him being injured. I mean,
Yeah.
he's
And they got
definitely safe.
Jamison Williams healthy now. So,
Yeah,
players like that are obviously going to
it
draw
opens up. Yeah,
attention off of him, because they have to, obviously. So he's going to be having a lot more one-on-ones and, things like that. So I think that's going to be good for him going forward. I could see him knocking, a few people down on this list a little bit.
yeah,
But
for sure.
But yeah, no, that man, it's been an interesting year in the fantasy world. And all I got to say, man, I'm proud of the boys for just like, staying humble, staying in the grind, just grinding week in, week out. As you know, started from the bottom, but
Look
hey,
at
now we're here, baby. Now we're
Bryce
here.
is over here. You're the guy that's over there messaging those guys. Hey man, it's our week this week, man. I need a big one
Like,
from you. You messaging
hey,
every player, huh? Every week.
I'm
Hey man,
second
come on,
place right
dog.
now, baby. Come on, dog. Like,
Yeah,
we need one
did it for
more.
me last week.
We're like Deion Sanders, baby. We ain't coming no more. We're here, baby.
Hey,
We're
hold
here.
on now. Hey, but I will say we're about to play not this week, but the following week. So it's gonna be
So
you better hope you get them dubs, man. You better
that
hope
means
you
you
get them
better
dubs.
catch a double before you catch his L. So
Oh man. Hey, we feeling good about my squad. We feeling
yeah,
good.
we'll see.
Feeling great.
We'll see. But all right, guys, that's your fantasy football focus and your keys to success with Isaiah. So hopefully y'all took a couple
Hey,
gems out of that. And if
slightly.
even me too, I guess. But hey, like I said, a little luck, but he's got the talent. So pick up some gems, follow the boys, check us out, check out the teams, and let's ride. We'll catch you in quarter 3 here in just a second. Quick, everybody. While we got you here, we tell you every week, telling you again, we know it's
Mhm.
repetitive, but we're telling you because it's that dope. We got cold kicks, excuse me, not dope, cold. Cold kicks. Follow cold kicks at cold kicks. Go to coldkicks.com. Follow the boy Tyke. He delivers. He'll take them to you. Man, he's the best, dude. He's got the coldest kicks in the market. He's already hooked me up with a pair of pandas. He hooked your boy
Mhm.
Isaiah up with a pair of
Yep.
polars. I know
Yep.
what you've been doing with those, Isaiah. I know you've been going to
Hey,
tough with them.
man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I actually wore them this weekend. This past weekend, I stepped out in them, and I got a couple compliments, man. I can't even lie. I ain't gonna fake it, man. The people are looking. Obviously, they
People are
always
seeing
gotta
them.
check your feet out, man. So why
Like
not
Tyke
represent,
says,
man?
the first thing people look at is your shoes, and that ain't a lie. That's the truth.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to be like us, trying to look cold, trying to get that girl or guy, get you some cold kicks from coldkicks.com.
Check them out, man. Check them out.
All right, everybody. You got me and Isaiah back with my flat football. Now we're going to be talking about some money. Let's get some money. And just mentioning, last week, my slips went 2-1. Not a terrible week, not an amazing week. So I don't know if I'm the ultimate fade. You might have to rock with your boy
Just
this
yet.
week. Just yet. Just yet. Still early, still about midway in the season. So still got a few weeks that we're going to be wasting some money or making some money. So let's try and make some money this week. We got some good
Let's
matchups coming up. We actually got a handful of divisional matchups coming up this week. But let's rock through the different odds going in to week 11. Isaiah, first game of the weekend. It's a divisional matchup, a pretty solid one. You got the number 4 in the division taking number 1. Bengals traveling to Baltimore.
both
Play
of
the
them.
Ravens, and you got the Ravens favored by 3.5, over under at 46. What you looking at there?
A little Thursday night wickedness. Both teams coming off an L. I think the Ravens will be a little more aggressive. I'm thinking that the Bengals drop another game. Give me the Ravens minus 3.5.
Nice. I'm on the same wavelength. I got the money line though. I don't know if they'll cover. I think it might be a tight game. I think Joey B might be slinging that thing, but I think Lamar's gonna be slinging that thing. So I'm gonna take Ravens
Pissed,
money
man.
line.
16 unanswered. He's pissed, bro. He's
Yeah, he is
pissed.
pissed. He is pissed. And then going into Sunday, you got the first matchups of the day at 12 o'clock slate. You got Steelers traveling to play the Browns in Cleveland. Another divisional matchup. And you got the Browns favored by 4. Over under 36.5.
Yeah, that's a little low one. I don't know if the weather is going to be a factor, but if it is, I would say the Steelers +4. But if it isn't,
Okay.
I would say give me the over for this game.
Okay. So you're
think.
halving it. You got to split Steelers and
Yeah,
over.
I gotta check the weather. See that.
Yeah. I
See what
got
that's
you.
what it's looking like.
I got you. I'm gonna be on the opposite side of the spectrum now. I'm gonna stick with the money lines, but I'm going Cleveland. I think they look, pretty decent. Deshaun Watson has not been playing terrible football. They've
I
been
don't
looking
know,
all right.
man.
So
They've been kind of ridiculing the man. All that money,
yeah,
he hasn't been
but
stepping up.
he just beat Lamar. So I don't know. Going
Yeah,
home back to Cleveland. So who knows? So, anyways, I'm rocking with the Browns. Next game of the weekend, you got Kyler Murray and the Cardinals taking on CJ Stroud and the Texans in Houston in NRG.
Ooh.
You got the Texans favored by 4, and that over-under is 47.5.
Man, we saw some lights flying last time. But with both of these teams, I'm gonna hit the over on this one, man. I think some high flying offense, some more points will be scored.
Points got to be scored.
Yeah, hitting the over for sure.
I'm
50.
going to go Cardinals plus 4. I think Kyler Murray, he obviously didn't play, incredible, but he played good enough to get a win. And I think he's only going to get better each week, slowly getting back in the groove. Texans got a good defense, though. So,
Yeah, they
we'll
do.
see. We'll see how, he handles them. But I got Cardinals plus 4. So we're going to rock with that one. Next matchup, you got Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Green Bay, playing Lambeau Field. You got the Chargers favored by 3. That over-under is at 44.
Chargers don't play in the cold. LA to Wisconsin. Give me the Packers money line. I think they finally win the game. I think
All right. Taking
Chargers
the
continue
underdog
to struggle.
action.
Chargers
You
will
got Jordan
continue to
Love.
struggle.
Yeah, you got Jordan Love on a little underdog action. All right. I'm gonna go with this over. I think the Chargers, put up a lot of points, but they give up a lot of points. I agree. Jordan Love might have himself a game at home. Aaron Jones could have a pretty good game. So, I'm going to take that over. I got over 44. You got the New York Giants traveling for a divisional matchup to play the Washington Commanders. Riverboat Ron.
Whew.
And you got the Commanders at a surprising 10-point favor, and that over-under is at 37.
Man. what a game that's gonna be.
I was not surprised, or I was shocked to see a 10-point spread.
10-point, yeah, right. I feel like that's like a trap. I don't know. They just got worked by the Giants. Just got worked by the Cowboys, but we saw that coming a mile away. But hey, we roll the dice every week, so we just gonna keep on rolling. So give me the Giants plus 10, minus 12.
Giants plus 10.
What's the worst that could happen?
Hey, exactly. You just lose a little money. Might not be able to make your mortgage payment. No biggie. I'm going to go with the under. I think we got two very underwhelming teams. So what's better for underwhelming matchup than taking the under? I'm going to go under 37. Next matchup, you got the Titans traveling to Jacksonville, play the Jaguars. Jaguars favored 6.5, and that over-under is at 40.
Man, I might have to take. This is a divisional game, so I might have to take the plus 6.5 Titans.
Okay.
I don't think they'll win, but I think it could be a close field goal game.
Divisional matchup, I agree. I'm actually going to be on that opposite side of the spectrum, though, on this one. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars minus 6.5, and the only reason I'm taking them with that is because I think they can maybe squeeze out a dub by a touchdown. I obviously don't think any more than that, and that money line is not a good value. It's too high for me. So I'm going to go 6.5 on that for Jacksonville Jaguars. And obviously, our stupid producer, put the same matchup twice, so we need to fire that guy. But next match,
we'll look at his paychecks after this.
Yeah, we got some serious talk to do. He might get Ken Dorsey'd. So we got the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions, and another 10-point spread here. You got Detroit Lions favored by 10, and that over-under is high as well at 47.
I think I'm gonna just go ahead and hit the Lions money line. I think I've been throwing some crazy bets out there, so I think that they'll just win this game for me, and Though it wouldn't be much, but I think it's a solid one. Divisional game, though.
Yeah, I feel you. That's too high a value for me, so I can't go with that. But I am going to go with this under as well. That is a pretty high over-under, and I don't think the Bears are going to be putting up an insane amount of points. They could prove me wrong, but the Lions, I think, could make up most of the points for this 47, but I don't think the Bears will pull their weight. So I'm going to go with the under on this. I'm going to stick with the under. So, all right, let's move in to the next card. We got the Raiders traveling down to the Sunshine State to play in my favorite city in the nation, Miami Dolphins. And this is the biggest spread of the weekend. You have the Dolphins favored by 13, and that over-under is 46.5.
Ooh, the Raiders are hot. Why not? But it's gonna be down. It's gonna be different down in South Beach.
It's hot. But not right now, I guess. But
it's cool. Yeah, we're gonna roll with the Raiders plus 13, man. Why not?
I'm rocking with you on the plus 13. I think Coach Pierce gets them boys locked and loaded. Dolphins are coming off a bye, so they do have that advantage. And they're at home. A-Chain's back. So, they do have that advantage. But I think the Raiders, I think they come and make some noise. I think they got it. They got the juice right now. They're smoking cigars in the locker room. They just, they might be loading up something else in them cigars. I don't know. That's not for me to judge. But them boys might show up. So who knows? Next matchup, you got the Dallas Cowgirls traveling to Carolina to play the Carolina Panthers, who have won one game. And that the Cowboys are favored by 10.5, and that over-under is 42.
Dude, I think, might have to hit the over on this one. It could be a little slow game. Hopefully the Cowboys don't get too much going for them, but I think that they'll win it just enough to score more than 42 points. They might put up 40 by themselves, or at least 30. That offense could score pretty quick.
Jeez. Based off what they did last week, man, they put it to the Giants, score 49. So I agree. I'm actually rocking with that with you. I'm taking the over 42 on that.
Yeah, I agree. Brett's following my ways. That's 2 straight picks.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to win some bread this week. So I gotta rock with the general faves around here. Next matchup, you got the Tampa Bay Bucks, and this is going to be your second slate of the day. This is your 305 matchup. You got the Tampa Bay Bucks traveling to San Fran, play the 49ers, who looked really good last week with their new addition of Chase Young. You got the 49ers favored by 11.5, and that over-under is 41.5.
41.5. I'm going to hit the over on that. I think, Baker Mayfield's not scared of trying to score, trying to move the ball. And obviously the 49ers are the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, oh, man, first time they tried so hard to get him to get a touchdown. So I think he'll probably have like 3 this game.
Yeah. Make it up. That was funny to see that.
Everybody was out.
Yeah. No, I'm going to actually go with Baker Mayfield. I'm going to take this plus 11.5 because I think it could be a shootout. I think Baker Mayfield, like you said, he is not scared to score points. Dude is a baller. I like him. Yeah. So I think he could go in there. I don't think, he'll win, but I think he could keep it 10 and under for sure. So I'll take that plus 11.5. Next matchup at 325, you got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to LA to play the Rams. This one's a pick 'em. And that over-under is at 46.
Yeah, I think it'll be a boring game, honestly, if I'm being real. It's divisional, and I know Pete Carroll and Sean McVay, they always keep it close. But I think it's going to be an under type of game. Okay. Rams offense is in a sacred spot where they don't want to speak too much about it. They need some magic to happen.
Yeah, I think the loss of Matt Stafford kind of, was a pretty big road bump for him.
Yeah, but they did just sign Mr. Carson Wentz. So who knows?
Sheesh.
He making a start, making his way
Well, he
back into
better,
the
man. This is like
NFL.
his third, fourth, 15 now. So I mean, he
Something
better
like that.
figure it out. I'm actually gonna take the Seahawks on this pick 'em. I think DK Metcalf might have a game. I think he might go off. He had a crucial catch at the end of this game to set them up for a game-winning field goal this past week. So I think Gino, maybe hits his boy DK a little bit more normal, and I'm gonna take them on this pick 'em. And then,
That would be a sight to see.
sheesh, don't even get me started on this next matchup. I'm sweating already thinking about it.
First game of the season all over again.
Yeah, we got new OC still at
Turnovers
home.
and turnovers.
You got the New Jersey Jets traveling to Orchard Park to play my Buffalo Bills at 325. You get the Bills favored by 7. Out, don't know. Over under is at 40 for that. So what you looking there?
Oof,
Both
these teams, the Jets, what they did last week against the Raiders at the end of the game was just despicable.
God awful.
And then the Bills lost to the Broncos, which is what happened there. Let me hit the +7 Jets. They kept it. They won last game they played, or last time they played. So I mean, hopefully they'll keep it close. They know how to play. They just don't know how to win.
No, that's a fact. That is a fact. They do keep it close, but they don't win. And in my heart, I want to take these Bills. I want to take my Bills. I want to take the money line. I want to even take that 7, but can't touch it. Taking that over. I think we do have a revitalized offense going into this week based off of what happened. I think it is a prove it week. It's like was Ken Dorsey the OC the problem or not? So I think this is a big week for the Bills. I think we come out guns blazing, scoring some points. Divisional game. I think we allow up some points too because I think the Jets are going to keep it close. I'm going to take that over for them. So we'll see how that goes. And God bless my boys. So that Sunday night game, you got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Denver to play the Broncos. You got Broncos favored by 2. You got that over under at 43. What you think?
Yeah, well, man, I get the Broncos did what they had to do, but the Vikings won 5 straight. Josh Dobbs is like the man in there, So
he's rocking.
I would just hit the money line on the Vikings.
Okay, another underdog money line.
Yeah, I think that they'll win this one for sure.
I got you. I can agree. I'm going to take that +2. I didn't take the money line just because I figured maybe lose a close game. Russell Wilson didn't play great against us, but obviously caught a dub. Josh Dobbs traveling away, so who knows? But I do got that +2. But
he stays on the road.
Yeah, no, true. And then to finish off the weekend, you got arguably what I think is going to be the best matchup. What I'm most excited to see. You
Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah, you literally got the Super Bowl rematch. Monday Night Football. You got the Philadelphia Eagles taking the Kansas City Chiefs. You got the Chiefs favored by 3, and that over-under is 46.
Ooh, man. Do you bet against Patrick Mahomes? Or you roll with the brotherly shove brothers?
Are you a Swiftie or are you a naughty? Ooh.
Oh yeah, we'll edit that one out. But man, listen, hey, it's gonna be a good Monday night football game, and I'm gonna sit and ride with the over because I'm just hoping for some some points, man. Because I got some players playing in that game, and I could use it.
Yeah, no,
I
feel
big week in fantasy football.
Yeah, it is a big week. It is getting big, but I'm going to take
closer and closer.
A brotherly shove in this one. I'm going to take the +3. I think they could potentially win this game, but I'm not going to take that money line. I'm going to take +3 just to be safe. I don't think they'll lose by more than a field goal. I think Jalen Hurts comes out there balling. I think A.J. Brown comes out there balling. I think Devontae Smith comes out there balling. I think DeAndre Swift comes out there balling. So, and I think their defense comes out. And I think they put Patrick Mahomes on the ground a couple of times. I'm going to give a solid guess. I'm going to guess 4 sacks. on Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah,
So
he's throwing out there some little prop bets for you. Watch out
hey,
now.
just letting y'all know, just a little more money out there. But let's get into my slip of the weekend. Like I said, went 2-1 last week. So not trying to toot my own horn, but I don't know if I'm the fade. We'll find out this week.
We
I
need
guess
3 and
every week I
0.
say that, but I need a 3-0 to really kind of talk my shit. But
Yeah.
you know, for this week, I got 3 solid matchups for you. We got divisional matchup, Steelers and the Browns. I'm gonna take the Browns money line, like I already mentioned to y'all. That next game is gonna be the Cardinals Texans, and I got the under 47.5. Think it's gonna be a tight game, but I do not think they're gonna be, guns blazing, shooting. I think it's gonna be pretty close, maybe low score, not super low scoring, but not that high. And then my last of 3, I'm gonna take another under. I got the Giants and Commanders. I think that's just gonna be a doozy of a game all the way around. Those two do not know how to score points, and pretty sad football games usually when I
Sam
watch.
Howell though, he might do something.
He could prove me wrong,
Or he
but
could do what he's always done, just get sacked.
exactly, and that's not his fault, but it does happen more than it should. But that's the slip, everybody. So if you want to make some bread or fade and make your bread that way, or take that risk, go for it. You already saw. So follow the boys. Let's make some money. There's the odds for the week. So that's it. So
Viewer discretion advised on that one.
yes, not
You're on your
financial
own.
advice. Correct. But all right, guys, that's quarter 3. We'll catch you in quarter 4 here in just a moment. Okay, everybody, that time of the day, you got fourth quarter action. Let's get this thing rolling. You got your week 11 matchups and a little bit of insight. Going into this weekend, you got any matchups that tick the brain immediately, Isaiah? What you looking at? What matchups you like going into this week?
We just talked about it. Like you said, 7 divisional games this weekend. So we're looking for some gritty football, some teams trying to pull away, some teams trying to make a comeback, man. I think there's like the first starting off on Thursday, man. I think that's going to be a good hard hitter game. It's real quick. 2 good quarterbacks, 2 young face of the league quarterbacks, both off L. So they're looking to show up and show out this week. Put up a show on Amazon Prime for the world to see.
Yeah.
Everyone
loves. What you think about that
delivery.
Amazon Prime? You like those Thursday night on Amazon?
They got some games, man. They got some games. So it's like it's been better this year. I'll say. Some last year, I feel like some of the games were like nobody.
It was pretty sus last year. Yeah, that was a rough.
They got Kirk Herbstreit now on there, so
Hey,
it gets we got some good commentators. So Jeff Bezos is paying the people, so he's putting content out there.
Getting the goodies in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, man. Yeah. What about you? What you looking forward to seeing?
I agree. I think first Thursday. I think that first game on Thursday is gonna be a solid matchup. You got your divisional matchup, but then I also think that first game on Sunday and that first slate is gonna be pretty good too. That's Steelers Browns. That's another divisional matchup.
AFC North, man. They're putting up.
Yep.
This is what I mean. It's clash of the Titans.
It really is. And actually, this week we got 7 divisional matchups. So you got that Thursday night game. You got the Steelers and the Browns. You got the Titans traveling to Jacksonville. You got the Bears traveling to Detroit. You got the Giants and the Commanders. You got the Seattle Seahawks and the Rams. You got the Jersey Jets and the Bills. And that's it. That's a solid slate of divisional matchups.
Yeah, they know they're putting it later on in the season. They know what they're doing, man.
Yeah,
they're getting the fans excited
now. So it's that time of year, man. It's time to break the chains, see who the real deal is.
It's time, yeah. It is.
But
for sure.
I'm ready to actually. I'm gonna be watching that Detroit Lions game. Like I mentioned earlier in the second quarter, talking about fantasy football. I like St. Brown, man. I think he balled this past week, and I hope he has another good week. I like.
You must have him on your team, huh?
Don't. I actually do not have him. I'm a no contest. I just like the guy. He's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
I wish we had him on my team. God dang.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
tried. I wanted him on my team as well, man.
yeah, no, man. I
He's a
mean,
baller.
yeah. No, I mean, my real team. He needs to be suiting up in Orchard Park. This one needs to be getting the ball sung to him from Josh Allen.
Oh yeah. Hey, good luck
That's what
with
I
that,
meant.
man.
Yeah, it
Good
ain't
luck with that.
happening, but man, do can wish,
That
I
might
guess,
be.
right? And then, man, you already know. I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to see what the hell is going on in Buffalo. That's what I'm waiting to see. That's gonna be pretty interesting.
Mm.
It's been an
What if they
interesting
lose? What if they
24
lose?
hours. If we lose, oof.
What's
If we
next?
lose, we, eh,
Head coach gone? No.
you know.
Not 2
So
weeks in a row. They fired
here's
some
where I'm
coach.
at with the Bills. And this is like, people are confused. A lot of people are happy Ken Dorsey's gone. A lot of people are confused on why, because obviously Josh Allen hasn't been playing great. Obviously, our coach McDermott hasn't been great. We've had a lot of coaching errors as well. But here's the thing: your OC, he's inexperienced. He'd never been an OC before. He was a quarterback coach. He's going to be gone first. That's common sense. Head coach, you're not going to fire him mid-season when you're 5-5. And if we would have won that game, which we should have at that last minute, but he jacked up, we would be 6-4. So, or yeah, no, 6-4.
Y'all are 500 right now?
Yeah, we're 500. So
Yeah.
we
Or
we could have easily, you know, be in a whole different conversation right now, but we're not.
yeah.
And either way, you're not going to fire a head coach mid-season at 500. So, especially with the relationship that they have. So I think McDermott, it's going to really decide. It's really going to depend on how the rest of the season plays out. I think if
Yeah.
we have a terrible, run through the rest of the year, I think that he's gone. I think that's point blank simple. If we end up making playoffs, I think he saved himself. But at this point, I think everybody's seat's warm. Everybody's feeling their seat toast up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So I
Same
don't
with the
know.
Patriots, man. Same with the Patriots. So
Yeah, what's up? Do y'all keep Bill Belichick or do y'all move on? What's the deal here? What
hopefully this Bailey Zappi again. Maybe he could spark something to go. He
saves
tried
old
to.
Bill's job?
Hmm, I don't know, man. I don't think he'll be good enough to save him, but I think he'll be good enough to maybe get a few wins this year for the team and
Yeah,
just to see where they end up, man. It's a good thing they're on a bye week. I think they need it now more than ever. So
yeah, no
it's gonna
shit.
be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. But
I hear you
one
on
of
that.
the
I wish
one of
we.
the quarterbacks I wish we would have got was shit. After seeing it, all this was Josh Downs. I mean, come on, why didn't we
Man,
sign him?
right? I bet a
I'm
lot of
looking
teams
forward
are
to
thinking
seeing him
that.
play every
Honestly,
week. Yeah,
yeah.
like
I
dude,
know there's a
he's
handful of teams that's seeing that. That's probably like, damn.
we had a shot with him. Where was this at?
Yeah,
Year 7 for him? Hey,
yeah.
it's all about getting your time
Man,
and
year
then
7. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, no, I
I
remember
wouldn't have guessed.
watching him and playing for Tennessee back in
I do
college. So
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a long run for him. It's good to see him. Wish
yeah.
he was
No, for
my
sure.
quarterback.
Yeah, he's solid. I'm cool with my quarterback. I just need him to lock in. I need him to
Stop
lock
throwing
in. Maybe
interceptions.
stop throwing the damn ball to the other team and
Yeah.
stop forcing things and just relax. Play back to what he was doing 1, 2, 3 years ago, man. Just, getting in the groove. I think Brian Daboll leaving and going to New York definitely had an impact on his game. I think him becoming the franchise guy, Madden cover athlete. I'm not saying it all went to his head, but I think
Oh,
he
that's
kind
what
of
it
got.
was. I
I
had
think he
a
kind of
cover
got
Madden.
comfortable. I think he got comfortable. That's what I think. I don't think it's a
Yeah.
Madden curse. I don't think it's anything crazy like that. I think he just got comfortable with the way things were, and now it's kind of biting him in the ass a little bit. So now he's got to. I mean, I listen to his press conferences every week, and he says, "Now it's time to be urgent. Now it's time to be urgent." Now, dude, it was time to be urgent
Mm.
5 weeks ago.
Week
So
1 after
now,
the L to the Jets.
right? I'm like, man. But I am excited to see that last game of the weekend, like we talked about, that tushy pushy playing the Taylor Swifties. So I think that's going to be a pretty solid matchup. So
It's gonna be
we'll
good.
see
It's
how
gonna be
that one
good,
goes.
man.
But let's get into the last segment of the day. We got
Ooh.
your 2-minute drill, your 2-minute warning. So what you got last minute thoughts for the people? You got anything crazy going on in your brain? What's up?
Like we said, I said it before. Things are starting to get serious, man. Like the red right there, that's perfect because it's the fire drill. I mean, it's go time in a lot of fantasy football leagues. It's time to make some money. We didn't come here all these weeks in the group chat to hear all 130 messages a day for nothing. I've been talking so much mess, and not necessarily our league, but in another league, and I'm struggling. So it's time for some players to
Got
step
to
up
back
this
it
week.
up.
It's time for some players to step up, man, and it's gonna be a fun wild ride towards these
Yeah,
playoffs, man.
I hear that. I can agree because at first, man, I was kind of doubting early. I was doubting my team. I was feeling
Yeah.
down and out. I thought it was over for you, boy. But guess what? We've risen. We're back in this thing. We're here. So I don't know. I'm waiting to see what this
Yeah.
week's got in store. I actually got to check who I'm playing. I don't even know who I'm playing in our league, but it is interesting. We're getting closer to our matchup. So
Getting closer and closer. I know he's not trying to put a little wager on it.
I know. I think you just reminded me.
Hey,
I actually got Slippy that 50 still from freaking the last wager I
hey,
lost. So, but hey, I ain't
it's all
scared to
right.
toss a little. I'm not scared to toss a
Hey,
little
we'll
gamble out
talk
there.
about it next week, man. We'll talk about it next week. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We got a little bit of
maybe I'll
time.
give you a double or nothing kind of thing. I don't know. How about that?
Ooh-wee. Like
Maybe a
that.
double or nothing. So I ain't scared. I ain't scared to put a little sprinkle on that. So but last thing I can think of is pick of the week. It's a good set of matchups. You got a lot of divisional matchups this week. You got a lot going on. It's getting more into the end of the year. Games are getting a lot more important at this point. Getting closer to playoffs. What's your pick of the week?
Although Russell Wilson is stepping up. He's actually been playing a lot better this year. I think he's thrown more touchdowns than he has right now than he did all of last year, missing 2 games. But I think Astro Dobbs himself comes into Denver, Mile High City, and he smokes them away. He's smoking that Broncos
He's
pack.
smoking that Broncos pack.
Sunday
Yes,
night.
sir.
I'm rolling with the Vikings for their
All right.
6th straight win.
Hey, I like that. I like Astro Dobbs. NASA boy, gonna do a little rocket scientist, do a little whatever the hell, that does. But
Well, yeah. I ain't got no
whatever they
clue.
do with that stuff, that's over my head. But I like that pick. I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. I think that first game of the weekend is gonna be a hot one. I think it's gonna be a shootout. Honestly, I think
Yeah.
it could be a high scoring matchup potentially. I think Lamar's got it though. I think he's gonna have the edge on Joey B. He's been looking good. I think I got another little prop bet for you. I think he slings one to Zay Flowers this week. So
Oh,
let's just see what happens.
shit. Bryce is just
So
throwing gems around.
hey,
Hey,
I'm
I
just
hope
throwing
everybody
gems. I'm just sprinkling them
they ready to
everywhere.
write this
I'm
down.
rolling the dice this week, baby.
I
We might
like
be
it,
broke or
man.
we might be rich. I don't know. We're
Hey,
either getting a new house or mortgage ain't getting paid, baby.
only way to do it is to do it, man. Let's make that
Yes,
money.
sir. Yes, sir. But all right, everybody, that's going to be your Week 10 recap with the boys at RedZone RoundUp. We tell you every time, go follow Mental Dimes, go check them out, go support them. We thank them every week for supporting us throughout this journey. Follow the boys at RedZone RoundUp. Give us a like, laugh, love, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. While we're thinking about it, get some cold kicks. If you want to
Oh
be
yeah.
cool on the scene, get you some cold kicks. And we're gonna get ready for this week 11 matchups and see what we got. So
Let's do it,
we'll
man. Looking forward to it.
yes, sir. So we'll catch you next week, and y'all take it easy.
Adios.
Peace.